The Cambridge Analytica scandal raised severe questions of the extremes of social media, asking whether it is a force for good or a platform which holds far too much power. F Off, a play which transports audience members to a courtroom where they play the jury, putting Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and his social media colleagues on trial.
I would say that the show really puts Mark Zuckerberg on trial like nobody has to date. He seems to have slipperily avoided the issues that we all know about. Or do we all know about it? The point of the play is that actually it releases some facts that are quite shocking as to the abuse of power and data sharing and where that ends up. Basically, it means that it's perfectly fine to lie, and we sort of parody what is real and what is fake throughout the show, with a lot of fun, a bit of magic, and a few surprises, and possibly a few sheep.
I think abuse of power as well, and sort of putting Mark Zuckerberg on trial, we also put ourselves on trial and the audience, because as you watch it, you can sort of see yourself reflected in the characters that are like in the show. So therefore, you're looking at them and thinking, "Oh, you do that. What would I do in that situation?" And like, how has this whole like data protection affected me as a person? So I think, yeah, we put ourselves on trial as well as putting Mark Zuckerberg on trial.
And it's also funny. I mean, it's important when you're tackling a really hard-line, difficult subject that affects all of us, whether you're on Facebook or not. It really impacts on us all. Politically, absolutely. We're here politically because of data sharing and abuse of power online, not least Facebook. But we have to do it with humour. It's Edinburgh, it's interactive. The audience are the jury, and sometimes we might red-face them, but with gentle kid gloves, of course, all with great humour and appreciation of our great audience to come. But it is funny, as well as hard-hitting.
The cast members sort of talking about their own journeys and experiences of what it is to grow up in an age of social media, as well as looking at the news and like finding things from outside, bringing it in and sort of bringing it to the writer, to the director, and we'd sit there and just unpick all of this stuff. And the play was so vast last year. Like, there were so many things that were covered, like, to do with social media, and this year we've sort of condensed it. So I think it's really like a work in progress, and there have been parts of the script that will say if something changes, then we'll like change it. So there's a bit about Boris Johnson where we weren't sure whether he would be. I mean, we knew kind of that it was going to happen, but like it's current affairs like that and keeping it up to date by watching the news and the cast saying, "Oh, that's not very cool. Like this is better," because it is really like our generation that's really gone through it the most in terms of social media, I think.
Yeah.
I asked its director and star if they themselves had used Facebook to promote their play.
Yeah.
We are all guilty and complicit
Yeah.
with this issue, all of us, absolutely. And that's what comes across in the play as well. And when we ask the audience to be the jury to judge whether Zuckerberg is guilty or not, and it's up to the audience to decide that, we're not going to influence either way. Or are we, because of our use of social media? The surprising results are even more than surprising, yeah. We've definitely used Facebook.
We've used it, yeah. Instagram, Twitter, used it all. But I think like it's impossible. We've sort of created and curated a world where it's impossible to actually be in it and do anything successfully without social media. Like
Drama and comedy is here used to reveal the issues that the younger generation face in a digital age where we are witnessing the growth in surveillance capitalism and data swaps, and our reliance on social media in spite of these pitfalls. Ian McNally, That's TV, and quite possibly Facebook.